Hey guys, this is Jeremy from First Southern Baptist Church in Liberal, Kansas. I want to share with you a worship thought from God's Word today. Have you ever used this phrase or even heard this phrase? I will if they will. See, my kids use this pretty regularly. I've caught them doing something they shouldn't have to one of their siblings. They've hit somebody or kicked somebody or yelled at somebody, and I ask them why. And they say, well, they did it first. The sibling hit me, so I hit them back. They yelled at me, so I yelled back. And when I try to help them see that there might have been a better way to handle the situation, often I get back from them an idea like this. Well, if they hadn't done it, I wouldn't. So if they'll change, I will. I will if they will. I think as adults, we often say the same types of things in our own hearts. Someone's mistreated us, said something against us, been rude to us, and so we respond in kind. And in our own hearts, knowing that we don't want to be that way, we think to ourselves, if they'll change, I'll change. If they wouldn't do that, I wouldn't feel the need to do it back. None of us want to be, very few of us, want to be the person who changes first. We want the other person to treat us well so that we have reason to treat them well. Paul in chapter 12 of the book of Romans gives us a great picture of what it looks like to be living sacrifices, holy and acceptable to God, giving our bodies to Jesus as an act of worship. Verses 9 through 21 give us some very specific ways that we can love others. Today we're going to read in verse 17, starting verse 17, it says, "Do not repay anyone evil for evil. Give careful thought to do what is honorable in everyone's eyes. If possible, as far as it depends on you, live at peace with everyone." Now, I know that in today's culture and the climate that we live in, you can say what feels like the most innocuous thing on Facebook and it can turn into a political war of words. So I know this idea of living, considering what would be considered honorable in everyone's eyes, living at peace with everyone is a challenging situation. Verse 20, just the next verse down here says, however, Paul gives us a great picture of how we can live at peace with everyone. He says, if your enemy is hungry, feed him. If he is thirsty, give him something to drink. What would it look like in our world today if each of us did our best to live this out, to live at peace with everyone as far as it was up to me? If I saw that you were hungry, even if you had mistreated me yesterday, I would give you something to eat. That is an honorable act. If I see that you're thirsty and hurting, despite how you treated me earlier today, if I give you something to drink, that's an honorable action. Paul is giving us this picture that says, if we'll live ethical Christian lives to the world, for the world, and to the world around us, we show the glory of God as great. And as Paul says at the beginning of chapter 12, when we offer our bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and pleasing to God, this is our true worship. Worship thought for today is offer yourselves in love towards everyone, even your enemies. And this is a spiritual act of worship. Till next time, that's all I've got.